welcome back. I'm Naomi if you're new here. Today I'm going to take care of some of the garlic from our garden. We have this huge basket of garlic that I want to preserve some of it. Some of these beautiful heads like this, keeping for fresh eating, but some of these heads are starting to get like weird spots on them. So I'm going to do some freezing of my garlic. I saw Becky from Acre Homestead. She chopped up a lot of her garlic and froze it in like tablespoons. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to also do some fermenting with some garlic in our honey. We did this for 2 years, I think now. And it is good for when cold and flu season hit. We just pop a clove in our mouth and chew it up and swallow, and it helps reduce the length of our colds. Once again, I am not a doctor, so if you use these, please use your own discretion. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. And if you like these kind of videos, please give it a thumbs up below. And if you'd like to subscribe and be part of our family, we would seriously love to have you. Thank you for everyone that's been subscribing. We super appreciate it. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this garlic peeled. Yeah, like some of that, look at that. Ooh. But I'm going to stick the skins in a bag and just add this back to my compost. I am super impressed with how these cloves are just huge, which I'm super grateful for. Can't complain. Like, it wasn't a perfect garlic harvest, but it suited our needs, and we're going to be able to store some and keep it and eat it fresh, and then we're going to also be able to plant, which we will take next month in October. We're going to be taking you guys along as we do that. So yeah, just stick around. This might be okay if I cut that cucky part off. But yes, the most beautiful heads I'm keeping to ferment in honey. And then what I'm going to do with these huge, like it's huge. Like I don't even know how to compare it to anything. But this huge head, I'm going to cut into smaller pieces so they're more manageable to like chew up and swallow. You don't want to eat this huge head of garlic. But some of these smaller, thinner ones, I'm just going to leave whole and get the ends cut off and the skins off. And then we'll stick them in here and see how many we can fit in here. Alright, I got a whole head. Sorry for the air conditioner, but apparently Pennsylvania has not got the memo that it's going to be fall. Anywho, I'm going to cut these into like, oh, these still seem big, maybe like that. And I'm going to put them in this jar, just like this. You want them to be manageable enough sizes, you know? You don't want them like huge chunks of garlic in your mouth, especially fresh. It's like, it kind of burns. Like, I love eating fresh garlic, and sometimes I'll get a big enough chunk and I'm like, ow. But it's good, and I know it's so good for you. So many good benefits to garlic. If you want to look that up, you should. But we love garlic. I like eat probably at least a clove or 2 or 3 a day. I just love it. So I'm just going to keep doing this and get these pieces chopped up and put in here. And this is so sticky. Like, my fingers feel like they're in glue. I've washed them a couple times already, but it just feels very gluey. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that and adding them to this jar, and then I'll get back to you when I add the honey to this. So yeah, we'll get that started. Right. Now I have my garlic. It said the recipe I'm using is I will pin below, and it says to fill this 2/3 of the way full with garlic and then cover with 1 inch of honey. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right, so I changed my mind because the instructions I have say to burp this every day to release the the bubbles and whatnot. You don't want it, because fermenting creates gases and whatnot. And you're supposed to fill this to about 1 inch of, let's just do it, 1 inch above the garlic. And then you need to leave some head space. So I'm gonna see what this does and let this settle. And every day it says to alternate storing this. I'm gonna actually put the lid on and give this a zhuzh around. Get the garlic down in the bottom. The garlic, there it goes. Because you want the garlic to get all over everything so it ferments properly. But once this is filled with honey, you want to store it like this one day, open, burp, just let it burp, put the lid back on tight, and then flip it upside down and store it like this, so you know that the garlic is fermenting all of the garlic, just not the top ones or the bottom ones. But this guy, this is having a hard time getting to the bottom here. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll show you once it's completely filled. So I'm actually gonna stick my knife down in here and get this going here. The garlic's having a really, or the honey's having a real hard time. See how much it went down? Getting inside all of this. So I'm just gonna keep giving it a little stir so that all the garlic is completely covered in honey. And then I'm gonna give this another bit of honey because you want it to cover the whole way. And then do that same process again. I'm gonna just stick this in here. Kind of like burping or debubbling when you can. I'm gonna do that with this knife. Just get the honey down in there and the garlic settled down in there. Kind of like this. And just keep adding honey until I feel like it's good and covered. As you can see, it keeps going down. All right, I'm pretty comfortable with that because this garlic's gonna settle. Like once again, I'm gonna put the lid and the ring on this, and then I'm actually gonna set an alarm on my phone that tells me, hey, go burp your garlic. And then when I do burp it tomorrow, I will flip this again and just keep doing it. In a later video, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Because you want this to, I'm gonna let this sit actually for 4 weeks. That's what it recommends, that's what I'm gonna do. So just in time for this fall season. But yeah, that's our ferment. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's our honey garlic. We're gonna let ferment. And now I'm gonna get started on just getting all million of these heads of garlic peeled and get them in my my blender so I can chop it up into small pieces. And I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. All right, I'm going to take this garlic. This is as full as I'm gonna get it right now. And I'm just putting it in my Ninja blender. I'm gonna see how this goes and see if I can get it like into smaller pieces. And then I'm gonna get it frozen on some parchment paper and flash freeze it in my freezer. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do first. I got this chopped up in my Ninja blender, and I'm just going to scoop this out onto this baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a tablespoon like that, and then like that. And I'm gonna leave it like this in this little puck form as I freeze it. And once these little pucks are frozen, I'm just gonna label a bag with garlic pucks like I do everything else. And then these could be closer together. I'm not baking them, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this and get these flash froze. And I'm this was only like 4, not even 3 heads of garlic, so I'll be here a while. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I like that these are compact, they're staying stuck together. And that way this winter, when I run out of fresh stuff, I can just start throwing these little cubes into my recipes. I'm hoping they thaw pretty well so that I can put them in like pico and things like that, which I think they'll be fine. And yeah, I'll take you guys along. When I use them, I'll give you guys a little heads up. I wish I had a small cookie scoop, but I do not for this. That would be so much easier than doing what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this and just keep going and get these into the freezer. All right, so I got this tray completely filled, and now I'm gonna get this into our freezer and let this flash freeze. And like I said, once these are completely frozen, I'm just gonna pop them off the tray and throw them into a gallon Ziploc bag and just keep them in my freezer for when we need garlic. And it's already chopped, and yes, this is taking a very long time, but I also know that I will not regret this later on. So this is what I'm doing today. So that's how I'm preserving some of our garlic this year. It's different, out of the norm, and like these garlic pucks, I've never tried these before, but I'm pretty excited to have good fresh garden garlic this winter, and the fermented garlic we've been doing, and we love it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we would love to have you part of our family, and we'll see you next time in our next video. Thanks for being here. Bye.